It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the Colts, next on Madden NFL 22.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Bradford. He's airing it out for Williams. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the right. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Bradford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there out of running game.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. Going left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Bradford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact, and not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30. Bradford. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Bradford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
59 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Bradford. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, Bradford. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Parker. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tap it, and drag it to make sure he gets it done.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He finds Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
Let's go!
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Stephon Diggs, 76 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
On 1st and 10, Bradford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Bradford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Drops it off for Chubb. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Bradford. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A first down throw for Bradford. He's got Higbee complete right side. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And quickly, they get to the line. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. The
DK Metcalf, we know all about that sprinter speed that he has. It was definitely on display there as he's able to pick up good yardage after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Bradford now to throw on first down.
That'll be caught by Des Fitzpatrick.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Bradford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Chase Young
Drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Indy.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Diggs.
And able to rip up a good chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pushing his way through. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Following the interception, Bradford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Bradford on 1st down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kick.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A huge play there on 4th down. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels. Then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So this drive spans 7 plays. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're going to look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st down, Bradford. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bradford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
161 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 2nd down at 4. Bradford. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
1st down, Bengals.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Bradford. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Bradford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Again, it's Bradford. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Bradford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here comes Nelson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And